What's up, everybody? We got another edition of the USSL post-game talk, exclusive interviews that we bring to you after we have a great season of football, competitive action. We've got a great ball club with some great users in it. And so we've come around to another great moment in time where we've had a great Super Bowl. And we have one of our very, very respected players here with us in this setup tonight. And we just want to talk to our most famous, most respected user and Coach Fluby. What's up, Fluby? Say hello to everybody.
How's it going?
It's all good, man. We got Coach Ron here on the other end. And I'll start off by saying, we're excited about having Fluby a part of the USSL. We always look forward to what he's going to bring. He's got such a clean style of play. And Fluby, one of the reasons why you are one of the more celebrated guys in the league is because in Madden 20, M20, you took the Atlanta Falcons to 5 Super Bowl championships.
Yep.
I mean, and that is the kind of stuff that we see in real life Tom Brady doing right now. And so as a recap, you want to just kind of tell us what that was all about, how that felt last year?
Those Falcons teams were just different with the amount of abilities I was able to keep. And then I think I won 4 out of the 5 Super Bowls with a different quarterback every year. So that was kind of something a little different, taking a later round QB and having to dev him up and then only for him to get hurt week 16. So Absolutely. That was something a little different. Defense definitely carried me in those, as I'm sure in Dynasty will let you know. But
of course. And of course, we'll talk about that a little bit more. You had to change up quarterbacks. That wasn't by choice. That was because you had to manage your expenses, correct?
Yep. Had to deal with paying Tack McKinley and Neal and Oliver. And then I think I even had to cut – I think I traded him Deion Jones because he was making so much.
Right. So, we'll come back around to that, Ron, because I want us to talk about how we can, there are a lot of players in the league that really aren't adept at managing their teams financially. So we'll come back around to that after we get here in this discussion. But we want to come up to now to what just happened. We have, the Jets. Now you flipped over to the Jets, and that was a big surprise to everyone because it's a lesser, the Jets, who likes the Jets. And, just looking at some general stats, offensively, you were number 11 in points in offense and number 20 in yards. And then defensively, you were 10th, ranked 10th in points and 10th in yards. So nothing really spectacular, Fluby. How did you get this team ready? You came from 2021. Obviously, there were some challenges going on, but 5-11 season. And then you had a 11-5 finish in 2022. And then, of course, 12-4, you're in the Super Bowl. Kind of give us the scenario and how you managed to pull this off.
Well, I think it's week 1, Spanky hit me up with an offer too good to refuse for my quarterback. And I had a young rookie I wanted to, potentially dev, thought I could turn him into something. Turns out, could not pass the ball to save my life. So I went back to the old Falcons ways of defense and running the ball and hoping I could force you to make the first mistake instead of me, because the early part of the season was rough throwing it.
Is that what the 5-11 whole thing was about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I figured I knew I got Yannick and a couple other people on the last year of their deals coming up next year. So I knew the draft capital would always help to be able to hit that 53-man roster with some upper end talent instead of getting those 4th through 7th rounders.
Yeah. Great job. So, Ryan, you had a question there. I know that it's really pertinent to where we're headed with this part of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, and you kind of touched on it a little bit, but this season versus the last season, what was the biggest factor into getting you to the Super Bowl versus the last couple of seasons, or even to winning the Super Bowl?
Definitely the development of my secondary and the change of pace on my offense. Because when I had Cole McDonald, I was running a lot of like read options, RPO type stuff. And it would work till I got in the red zone, and then I'd settle for 3, couldn't score.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a corner, Javon Chapman, who went from like a 78 to an 87 or something this season.
Wow.
He's big monster on the outside at 6'3" with like 93 speed. So
defense was the key.
Yeah, having him there with Ashton Davis is pretty helpful. I had him usually on the opposite side of Davis, so I felt pretty confident not getting beat deep ever. So I was able to play more at the tight end and the slot receiver with my youth.
Yeah, it's amazing some of the stuff I saw you doing with that user, and you would definitely switch up depending on formations. Let's talk about 35-21 Super Bowl. You were well in control of this game. It kind of reminded me of the real life situation we just saw with Tampa Bay and against the Kansas City Chiefs. But you were well in control of this game, 21-0, close to the half, and then he made a run. But by that time, you were managing the clock. Let's talk about halfback Raheem Mostert in 19 carries, 177 yards. So, Fluby, you pretty much stayed in control because I watched how you got the running game established. And then I love when I see the running game established and it actually does open up the play action, because nail in the coffin was when you ran the play action, it was a shot play downfield for a touchdown. It was after one of the big runs Mostert made, and then you knew that you kind of had him off balance, and then you threw one of your shot plays, and it was just, I think it might have been in one of the strong formations, but it was at the right time.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep, I think that one went to Lockett, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just kind of love to see the play action set, the run set up the play action, and that was a classic part of the game, Ryan, that he stuff that we talk about all the time. And so he made that happen, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a good play action don't just, fool the AI, but the actual user will bite down. That's when you know you got them.
Yeah, if you're having a game like Mostert was having, that play action's pretty easy to read where their user's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it really established things for you. At that point, I could see that the 49ers was off balance. And then Chris Shields, talk about him. He's just an average guy, 7 for 13. His season, I think he had maybe about 3,500 yards. 7 for 13 in the Super Bowl, 147 yards, no touchdowns. You pull off a huge win. What's the story about Chris Shields?
We compare him to Trent Dilfer. Don't ask him to do a whole lot. Go along for the ride. Don't turn the ball over, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, pretty much what you did. 28 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, man. You did a great job with that guy. It's just, it's a lesson. I think people that are watching and, users that want to be great, Fluby, I think you set a great example without being cheesy, without being too one-sided. We don't really see that in your gameplay. Some honorable mentions, as we were talking about the defense, you were saying about the cornerback, but I think I saw you do a solid job with Ashton Davis. He had 10 interceptions.
A lot. Ngakwe's got a huge role because I got a superstar linebacker opposite of him, who I think I got him last couple of years ago in the draft. Mm-hmm. And he was drafted superstar, but he was only at 71, 72 overall. Mm-hmm. So having Ngakwe on one side, they usually double team him and give him a one-on-one. Mm-hmm. And been slowly deving him along.
Yeah, I want to know what was your strategy going into the Super Bowl?
Pretty much stop George Kittle and play cover 2 as much as I could within reason. Because watching his previous games, there wasn't a whole lot downfield if it wasn't the Kittle. And that LSU running back and that Switz is talking about all the time. If I could slow him down at all, I knew that was winning.
You know, you talk about you scouted. You know, I heard you say you've watched him play, which means you scouted. And so to users who are really trying to develop and get better, what can you say to guys that feel like, you know, they're good, but when they see you play and you know, you got what we talked about, multiple Super Bowls under your belt. This is your first one, of course, in the new season in the 21 version. But what do you tell users that want to get better, Fluby? Because if anybody knows how to do it, you're the guy to talk to.
Couple key, like if I'm gonna play the Steelers, I'm gonna try to watch their game the week before, see what he does, go check the stats page in the league, see who his main targets are. If he's got one guy he targets way more than the other, and then flip over to the defense and see if he's got one guy that's got 15 sacks and the next only has 4. Well, I'm going to double that guy every play.
Absolutely.
And play the first 2 drives, play kind of conservative, feel the game out. You don't need to hit the home run first quarter to win it. Because there's plenty of game, especially if it's only the first, for them to come back.
That's epic. Ron?
Does the O-line matter?
Well, we'll see about that one day.
What's your thoughts on that? Yeah.
There's overall on it isn't the biggest issue with it. There's certain stats on it that matter more than others. You'll find 70 overall linemen that play like 85s and 85s that play like 99s. But it's like that at every position. You can find a 70 overall corner who just makes plays and have a 95 who stays getting burned. All depends on the match too. Like if I'm going against somebody with 3-4 superstar O linemen or D linemen, I'm not going to have fun. Like Bosa was making me work. That's why I had to go to such a run heavy offense in the Super Bowl, because he's getting past my left tackle quick.
Well, yeah, man, this is great. We want to say congratulations, man, on pulling this Super Bowl off. 35-21 Jets. Great job, great season, nice comeback, and I'm sure you're looking forward to at least another return next season. It looks like he's starting to get better, settled in, and I know we got some great guys. We got the Denver Broncos. He's going to be firing back at you again next season.
Let's see if I run through that entire AFC West again.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's a tough job, and you make it look easy. I'll tell you that for sure.